Hello 3D modelers. In this video we're going to work on taking each of these bodies in this pen stand and we're going to move them so that they are coplanar to get ready for our manufacture using the CNC router. So first of all, let's go and activate the layer for these brackets underneath. If I click on it, you see that these blue hash marks indicate which component we want to be working with, so I'll make that active. And while we're here, I'll hit M for move. And over here, we want to choose the bodies. That's what we want. And then we will select first this body. And we'll use a point-to-point move. So we want to take this point in here. And we want to move it up to that point there. And so now that body is coplanar with this one. We'll say okay. Let's do that again. M for move. And it repopulated bodies, so we'll tell this time we want to move this body. It retained point to point. And we'll say that we want the origin point to be this one under here, that one there, and we want it to move up here. There we go. And now we have that body coplanar. So we'll say okay. And now let's take a look at this from a distance and notice that we have these two end stands or cradles. So this is leg one. We'll go over here and activate that. And let's move it. Now this one is going to take some rotation as well. And to help us do this a little bit more easily, I'm going to turn off the visibility of the other two components just for the moment. M for move. This time we'll move the body. This is the body we want to move, and we want to use rotation. The axis that we want to rotate around is this one here, and it provides this arc. We can start the move, and once it's begun, we can go ahead and type in 90 degrees. So that's what we want there. And then let's turn the base back on because we're going to do the next move, which is to make this body come up coplanar with the base. So we'll hit M for move. It repopulated bodies. We want to move this body, this time from point to point. The origin point, I'm going to go in here and select this origin point here, and we'll bring it up to that point there. And I did that, let me hit okay. I did that so that this body is sort of hanging out. They're co-located, meaning digitally or mathematically they're sharing the same space right now, but this will be easy to grab later. And then let's go and make leg number 2 visible. And so what this shows us is that because I pasted these, I did not paste new. What I did to leg 1 repeated in leg 2. And so that means that this, anytime I move one, the other one is going to move similarly. So that's going to determine how close we can arrange things. All right, so now let's go back up to the top level, make everything active. Click away here. And let's make sure we have everything turned on. And we'll look at this from the top. And we'll start giving some little space because there's not enough space for the machine end mill to be working in here. So we need to give ourselves a little more space. So I'll activate bracket. Let's go in and move the first one and give ourselves some space. M for move. Which body do I want to move? This body. How do I want to move it? I want to use translate. And let's just move this up. And it's given me this space here. I'm going to type in 0.5 inches. So now I have a ½ inch between the bracket and the base. And we'll do that one more time down below. Selecting this body. It's already got translate. I'll start pulling with the arrow, but I'll just end up typing 0.5. Excellent. All right, now let's see what we can do with these two. So this is leg 1. And we'll hit M for leg 1. we want to move the body. I will select it. It's got translate. And it's going to be moving those just like that. So I'll position them in between the brackets. And finally, let's go activate the base. M for move with the base. Oh, I want to make sure this says bodies. Select the body. It is in translate. I'm going to move this up here. Yes, and I'm just, let's see. Yeah, I like this. Even though it's overhanging over here, this makes a nice even line. So I think that's going to be a good arrangement to cut out on the CNC router. In the next video, we'll work on defining the tools and setting up the paths the tools will take. See you there.